Ms. Rand, we talked about objectivist ethics, and I know that productive work is a virtue in the objectivist ethics.
Oh, yes.
How do you distinguish between productive work and work?
Almost anything that is work is productive unless a man or a company is completely irrational. I don't really make the distinction. As a rule, I use the term work to mean productive work. And by productive, I mean any kind of work which creates values. Again, the test of what kind of values will be reason. If you can rationally demonstrate why you produce a certain gadget, let's say, and why you spend your time working at that production, it does not matter how many customers you have, because sometimes the greatest products are not immediately recognized. So the standard has to be your own and every man's reasoning as to whether this particular product is good and a value and therefore worth producing, or whether it is not. Sometimes certain values will have a very small following. There wouldn't be many people desiring that product, and then it would be up to you to close your business or go into some other kind of work.
Many people hold jobs that they consider to be regimented or routine, and perhaps there are such jobs in today's world which don't allow a lot of intellectual creativity or individual thinking.
Oh, yes.
But that could still be productive work in the objectivist ethics.
Because productive work involves originally an act of thinking, but the more complex the product, the more it also requires physical action. You don't produce merely by thinking about a certain product. It requires physical action. And therefore, on all the levels of complexity that the production would require, every man doing it is required to use his own mind. His intelligence, his understanding are required. Even on the lowest kind of assembly line, mechanical jobs, still you have to know what you're doing and you have to focus on what you're doing. Therefore, your intelligence is required all along the line of any cooperative production undertaking. And how productive should you be? As productive as you wish and as you can be. If the whole of your intelligence can only lead you, let's say, to be a foreman in a factory, and you cannot go higher, that's perfectly moral, perfectly proper if that's the level on which you stay. On the other hand, if your mind can do more than that, then it's up to you to rise, to develop your intelligence, to take more and more demanding jobs until you get a job that utilizes all of your mind, all of your capacity.
So it is, in a sense, a moral, what should I say, a moral obligation to yourself to find a job that utilizes your full potential.
Oh, certainly. Because the use of your mind, rationality, is your top virtue, according to the objectivist morality.